Alright guys, welcome back to the channel for another exciting installment of Dragon Ball Z. Actually, it's not really, it's Disgaea. But anyway, we're going to go and talk about Disgaea RPG once again, and we're going to talk about another character that you are going to be able to pick up this month. And this is going to be one of the two free-to-play characters, well, potentially free, but we'll talk about that later. One of the two free-to-play characters that you can pick up in the month of November, and that is going to be Awakened KILLIA. Okay, so before we jump in and talk about him, talk about his kit and stuff like that, if you haven't already, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel and all of that good stuff. There will be a separate video telling you how you can obtain this guy. To be honest, he's quite easy to get. He's probably one of the easier gates, which you'll all be pleased to hear, but we'll talk about that in another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about if he is even worth bothering about. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, you will be completionists and you will want to get this guy regardless. So we will go over his kit and we'll see exactly what he is all about. So, according to lore, this is actually the ultimate form of KILLIA, or KILLIA. So it should actually be, technically he should be stronger than Tyrant. KILLIA? I always pronounce those goddamn names wrong. But he's not. Tyrant is actually stronger in game than this guy, which from a lore point of view doesn't really make sense because this is his ultimate form, so to speak, okay? So, Awakened KILLIA. After overcoming his hesitation and destructive urges, this is the result of KILLIA who truly mastered the ultimate demon technique, okay? So he is a fist user and he is also a knight, okay? So again, you guys who are interested in knowing about your chess pieces, he is a knight. He is also a fist user, like I say. He's also fairly proficient in sword, which is not too bad. But I think without further ado, we should just go ahead and look at his abilities. So first of all, KILLIA's NE0, his leader skill, so to speak, is called Power of Friendship. Okay, so he is really just a brony in disguise. The more surviving characters in the party, the more damage the party will do, up to a maximum of 15% if all 5 characters are alive. So basically, if all 5 characters are alive, you're going to get plus 15% attack, and that will decrease as you lose party members, okay? So, best way to do is keep people alive and they will all get plus 15 attack if you are running KILLIA, okay? His NE1 is called All Out Sprint. At the beginning of turn, your speed will be plus 30%, lasting 1 turn, okay? So KILLIA can be quite quick. His NE5 is Bond of Souls. The more surviving characters in the party, the more defense and resistance up of the party to a maximum of 15%, up to 5 characters. So if you get him to NE5, a bit like his NE1, basically you'll get 2 of them combined, plus 15% to both attack and defense, okay? And his NE7, Fighting Spirit, at the beginning of turn, your attack and defense plus 9% for 3 turns. Overall, for a free-to-play unit, his abilities are okay. They're fairly decent. I mean, you don't have to ask the question if this guy's worth summoning for or not. So realistically, it doesn't really matter. But I think his kit is okay. Obviously, he's going to do less as a leader as you lose people in your team. But to be honest, a lot of people are at the point where they either clear a stage with everyone alive or everyone gets wiped out. So a lot of the times you're going to see the full advantages of having KILLIA on your team because of his NE1 and his NE0 and his NE5, okay? So they're fairly decent. Let's go ahead and look at his skills. Now, his skills for a free-to-play character are good. They are good. His level, obviously these skills will play in the background. His level 1 is called Exploding Tiger Plus, which is an E rank skill going up to D. Its speed is 20, going down to 13. Single target, and it's a single target debuff, and it will debuff the action gauge by 300, okay? Now, his next one is unlocked at level 50. It's Hellfire Shot Plus, F plus rank rising to E, which is SP 50 dropping down to 39, and it is an AoE attack with an AoE debuff of minus 12%. So he is going to put the defense down of everyone on the opposition squad, which is obviously fairly decent as well. His unlocked at level 200 is, oh god, Avdia Holy Water Plus, which is a B going up to B+. It's 50 SP dropping down to 39, single target damage and a self buff. So he will buff himself of 25% on this attack as well. So again, that is fairly decent. Last one we've got is Macrocosm Plus, which is unlocked at NE3. It is an S going up to S+, 70 SP dropping down to 58, single target damage with a single unit buff or debuff, buff, whatever. The characters will receive minus 300% and plus 5% attack, okay? So basically, he is going to debuff the enemy and buff himself, okay? So his NE3 is decent, S+, bit of a boss killing type skill there. Whether or not you'd run this character as a boss killer, I'm not so sure. It really just depends on your box. But he is good. Get him on a good team with fist support. He's going to put up some decent numbers. So let's go ahead and look at his magic spells, because this can be make or break for some people. And his magic spells are quite good. He's got Cool, which, fair enough. At level 9 he unlocks Armor Break. Level 15 he unlocks Mega Cool, and at level 22 he unlocks Mega Armor Break, okay? So that's us now got free-to-play units for Braveheart, we've got Mega Braveheart, sorry, we've got free-to-play units for Mega Magic Boost, we've got free-to-play units for Mega Armor Break, so we're doing quite well on free-to-play. You can have a nice assortment of spells with these free-to-play characters that you can obtain in-game. He is also going to unlock Giga Cool and Omega Cool. Okay, so he's good. To put it bluntly, he is good. He's just not going to replace. I mean, if you're someone who has got Tyrant, KILLIA, you're not exactly going to drop him and put this guy in his place, you know. And to be honest, if you're running characters like Jennifer, Zeroken, stuff like that to buff KILLIA, you're probably not going to use this guy in that capacity. So realistically, a lot of the usage you see out of this guy is going to come down to your own box. If you're lacking some of the big fist, the DPS characters, you can probably slot into that spot quite well. You can buff him using your buffers and stuff, and he will serve you pretty well. He's just not on the same level as someone like Tyrant KILLIA, which is unfortunate, only because from a lower standpoint he probably should be stronger, because this is his so-called ultimate form. But I guess that doesn't really matter. They can possibly revisit it later and give us a better version, a badass version of this character or something like that. But as it stands just now, we have got this free-to-play version. He's fairly decent. He's definitely worth getting, and I will let you know very soon how to beat his gate to obtain this guy. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, guys. Are you interested? Are you going to go out your way to get them? Or do you just pick up these characters as a matter of fact anyway? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I've been Hayzink, and I will catch you on the next one, dudes. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out from me. Bye.